This Corecon training video series explores cost database. It can be found on the main menu. It includes 5 individual cost databases: equipment items, labor items, work items, crews, and work assemblies. Estimates have cost line items, or some may refer to them as takeoff line items, which can either be added on the fly, imported from an industry standard cost database such as RS-Means, or from a database that you build. The benefits of having a cost database are consistency in terms of descriptions, units, and pricing, and time savings of not having to enter any information manually. These cost databases are accessible through most features in Corecon, so these are not just for estimating purposes. However, since estimators usually handle all new opportunities, setting up an estimate correctly allows for that information to flow freely through the rest of the modules in Corecon. There are a few cost database feature settings that you can find in Global Settings under Feature Settings and Cost Database Equipment. Equipment types are a means of classifying or grouping long lists of equipment in an organized fashion. It also allows for the user to search for and group a long list of equipment to make equipment items easier to find. There's also an equipment service type, which really doesn't apply to estimating. However, we will cover this in a separate training video. There are also locations for custom equipment and labor rates. These allow you to set up separate or special rates for equipment and labor based on some specific location. In this case, you can see it's by state. If you'd like to add new equipment types, simply click Add. You can also edit existing equipment types or delete existing. Back to Corecon Home and back to Cost Database. As mentioned, cost database items are used in other features in Corecon other than estimating. For example, if I go to Projects and select a project, go to Procurement and open a purchase order. Down to the PO item section, I can import from the labor database, the equipment database, work items, and so on. Same is true with subcontracts, even prime change orders. If we open a cost database item, in this case we'll use the example of a work item, and we'll search for a specific item in this case. A work item is a combination of costs by cost resource. There is a takeoff unit of measure and conversion factors and resource units of measure and costs assigned for each. But if you scroll to the bottom, you'll also see a section called Classifications. This section allows you to create default work breakdown structure groupings or master cost code groupings. When using Corecon estimating and adding an item from a cost database, one option is to auto-populate the work breakdown structure or estimate cost code. This is where Corecon is going to pull that default cost code from. Also, the use of work breakdown structures or master cost code lists allow you to classify items based on the type of work, in this case concrete. Master cost codes are a common thread in Corecon and allow data to move from one module to the other. Once an estimate is complete, a proposal's been sent out, and your customer, prospect, or project owner has accepted your estimate and proposal, Corecon will use these master cost codes to convert your estimate to a prime contract, therefore not having to re-enter any of the information once a project is awarded. Back to Cost Database. In this series of training videos, we're going to explore each of these 5 types of cost database. If you'd like to know more about the information in this training video, we encourage you to go to the help articles under Corecon and Cost Database and review the individual articles for the information covered in this training video, as well as more detailed information you might find helpful.